final Dusk campaign. We are coming back to our original group after a 1 week hiatus and a side adventure um, involving a number of other adventurers somewhere else in the world who were going to check on a temple of Saloon and encountered Shar. Not great for half of them. A what? A side adventure. Poseidon was not involved, to the best of my knowledge, in that adventure. Instead, are uh, now back with the original group. We're missing at least the cleric, and Boy Wonder Gonsaku will be joining us later, hopefully. But we're going to endeavor to adventure on. So last, I think we left these characters. You guys were taking a short rest, and you had attuned to your new weapon, and cool, awesome. And something rather peculiar happened to Famous. Famous, do you remember what happened last week? The good old fashioned scientific taste test. Yeah. you'll, you'll get superpowers, he says. Yeah. Well, we won't know until she does something with it, but for now, she's corked it. This drop of power from Saloon. And your short rest completes. You have not been bothered by anybody yet. Also, Famous got a weird tank. It is both a description and its name. Do you wear this on your back at all times, or are you putting it in the bag? Okay, just curious about the look of this thing because it is not a. If you are in disguise, this is probably good here. May not be good in other places. Pretty pretty obvious now that it's a tank full of water. All right, so what do you all do? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. You don't see anyone. Yep. Air. Keep. Gonsaku says he would rather go to the gate then, just to be contrarian with you. Good, good. I'm glad you agree with me. Yeah. Do you worship anyone? Well, other than your new dark elemental god. Yeah. Do you have any? Well, we're not talking about that. No worship, but you're being tainted by. Yeah, that's the better word. Affected. You're being affected. Gonsaku and Gonsaku. Oh yeah, Gonsaku and Trevork are following. Far, too far, Gonsaku and Trevork. So you get to the gate, and there is a lock in the gate. It appears to be closed. You gonna give them back? Then here you go. He takes those back. Are you proficient with thieves' tools? Then dexterity. You need to roll dexterity. No proficiency. Mm-hmm. Nope. You need to be proficient with the tool itself to get the proficiency. Mm-hmm. 14 does not unlock that door. Uh, Now that the lock doesn't explode, Kansaku walks back up as does Trevork. Trevork casts guidance on you so you can roll a d4 in your next attempt, and he will aid, and Kansaku will aid you, so you'll have advantage on the roll. So, roll me dexterity with advantage, plus a d4. Kansaku's standing there like, you're doing it wrong. You gotta turn it this way, and then hold this pin, and then you jiggle it, and okay, yeah, you got it. The door unlocks. He says, "All right, take back my these tools now." Okay, and then he, yes, during downtime you can take time to train yourself on stuff. Yeah, I don't know how much downtime you usually guys get, but you certainly can. You need someone else who's proficient to teach you, or uh, Kansaku is proficient. So yeah, if he's willing, you can learn it from him. All right, so you guys start traveling down. Um, yeah, yeah. You run back, close the gate. Give me uh, another lock or lock picking tools set or dexterity roll with advantage because he's helping you. No, because it's a keyed lock on both sides. It's a barred gate, so if you could just unlock it from the other side, you could just reach your hand through and unlock it. Mm-mm. It's like a jail lock. Yep. You relock it and uh, hand back the thieves' tools and make your way down this tunnel. The tunnel starts off very regular, very like worked stone, and then eventually kind of leads into uh, a mixture of carved out paths with caverns. Um, it kind of meanders a bit, and there's a couple places that look like, oh, do we go this way? Oh no, that's a side path that leads to a dead end. Like it's just more cavern going that way. Go the other way. Okay, path continues, and it kind of does that a number of times. You know, you hit semi dead ends or like really narrow passages, and you like double back and realize you need to go the other way. So it takes a while, but you're traveling for a fair amount of time in this kind of caverns underground. Yeah, you're a few miles at least away from the temple. Yeah, give me a survival check. Okay. Yeah. Roll. Yeah. Roll again. Yeah. 22 is enough to find the right one. Find one that is like secluded enough that you know you guys didn't actually notice it first. You actually had to look for this hidden path, but you find one that takes you into a secluded little alcove that you guys can make camp in. All right. I don't know. Does she do it with the clap? I don't get the reference either. Ah, I clap Tiny Hut. Great. All right. So you guys hole up in another passage. Make camp after she casts this. Um, as she casts Tiny Hut, the protective barrier. What color do you make it? All right. Mm-hmm. And uh, obviously there's no light in these tunnels. Do you guys make a fire? True, but you are going to need to eat at some point during this rest too, whether it be at night or the morning. All right. So you set up a small little fire. Not a lot of wood down here. No, no, the light doesn't penetrate through it. Your smoke does kind of build up outside the dome, but it's pretty small smoke since it's not a big fire. Oh, that's true. All right, so you guys make some food. Each of you count off one amount of rations for the day. If you have rations. Wonderful. All right, so you guys all make food. Do you set up watches or do you all just rest? Who would be first and who would be second watch? Okay, so make you guys first watch. Or yeah, make them first rest and then so Dragon, you take first watch. Do you want one of the the other PCs to stay up with you to back up your watch? Who would you like to stay up with you? Uh, he's at about half hit points. 0 hit dice left. Yeah, he's invincible. He's fine. He also doesn't need to recover spells, so. Alright. So, perception checks. Mm hmm. Okay. um, he does notice there is some creature like moving around. Like at first, he didn't notice it at first, but then he noticed on the ceiling there's something that's moving around on the ceiling. Um, it's like moving slowly or like in quick bursts, so like dark shadows, so it's hard to notice it. But kind of when he pays close attention and keeps his eyes on it, he sees it kind of moving. It hasn't seemed to notice you guys inside the bubble. So he and kind of based on the creature that he's seeing, he's like maybe it was attracted by the smoke, knowing that things spraying smoke is fire means that there could be a creature here. He's like he doesn't know, but after time, it seems to like give up on this spot and then move on. But there's something else on the ceiling in the tunnels. Otherwise, the night's uneventful. So, uh, next, uh, next watch, Dense. You want to do a watch? No, she put it out after you guys finished eating and made the inside of the dome dimly lit, so you see each other, but it's like candlelight level. Mm-hmm. Dense or famous? Do you guys want to take a second watch? Uh, yes, we'll say that you were done with your long rest. All right. So you and Trevork will both be done. So, well, or his perception isn't great. But go ahead and roll perception for famous. um, well, according to both of you, not neither of you notice anything unusual happen. Watch. So everyone else gets their finished rest, and you wake up, have your bandaged bodies ready for the day. You recover all your hit points and half of your hit die. Come back and uh, cover all your spells, and your new abilities are ready. Yep, you are all leveled up. Welcome to full 9. Previously, you guys were level 8.9, just like the opening to Kingdom Hearts 3. Fuck that game. No. No, I loved it overall, but that was a dick move. The opening prologue, they didn't call it Kingdom Hearts 3, they called it Kingdom Hearts 2.9. Because they named every other game was like 1.5 remix, 2.5 remix, Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts 268 days over 6 months, over 1 hour. Divided by 16. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. Ooh, cantrips. That's always a good feeling. Alright. The hallway is the caverns are wide enough for you guys to march at least 2 by 2. How do you guys want to continue marching forward? Why not both? Why not guy who can see and guy who can't? Sounds like a plan. Stam. Okay. All right. So, uh, Uh, just because it's better if you can see. Um, Trevort cast a light cantrip. Uh, that's so you're able to be seeing things. So you guys are marching forward, uh, and traveling for another couple hours, and eventually the cavern gives way uh, to again this kind of uniform um, pathway, this like long hallway with um, stone flooring and carved uniform walls. You never did encounter what it was that Gansaku saw in the middle of the night. He described it to Dragon, but basically he saw a kind of weird, kind of catfish-like creature. Couldn't make out clearly in the dark. Um, through the like you can see. Obviously, you guys can see out of the tent, but it still is hard with the differentiating light balances. Um, he just saw something moving in the shadow on those ceilings, uh, kind of coming into the alcove that you guys were in, staying for a while and then leaving. So it was moving across the ceiling. Give me a some kind of intelligence check with whatever proficiency you got for that. Sure. Yeah. Uh, I would say you are not familiar with any such creature. Um, so no. Only if we weren't in the bubble. Thanks. Yes. All right. So, do you guys continue to travel forward? That's a fair assessment there. Um, let's see. Piece of paper. All right. Uh, guys. Nope. Nope. Face. Um, bottom right. Bottom right of the map. I imagine you do. Uh, I'm going to turn on. Probably put myself on it, huh? Actually, advance. all players see light. You should be able to see Trevork's light now too, Dense. Because he cast a light spell. Enter into diverging hallway with two doors in front of you. They're stone doors. Central pivots. Um, the doors seem to swivel around a central pillar. So, like, when you push it, there's a gap on each side. Um, ceilings are 15 feet high. And yeah, everything is basically stone, kind of like you've seen in the other temples. Looks most likely dwarven made. I mean, yeah, give me a perception check. The door. 16's not bad. You don't hear anything. You sounds perfectly quiet. Doesn't appear to be any locks on any of the doors. Okay. Lighting layer. So you slide it. So the door actually slides or turns a it basically creates two visual paths, two 3 foot gaps open on either side of it because it turns in a central turning dial. Yep. You see a chair in the bottom corner, and Um, there's some uh, like broken. The chair is like barely intact. You're not even sure you would feel comfortable sitting on it as large as you are with your heavy armors. And like the shelf over there is just full of broken pottery and rubble. And there's like bits of bone that kind of litter the floor. What? What? Who's there? You hear a voice come from around the corner. Give me a stealth check with disadvantage. Same to you, um, uh, Sense. Give me a stealth check. Okay, give me a bluff check then. uh, Dragon, you can make it out of the room. Uh, but I'm sorry. Deception. What? It is? Oh, I just need to do my breathing exercises first. But, why is it that time already? I just thought I laid down. No, I guess not. It's around the corner from yeah. It's coming from the south corner. Okay, good job. Back that way. Uh, yeah, 19's pretty good. Get a quick furtive glance. So go ahead and step around and oh, actually, let me make sure they're on the right level. So hold that for a second. While you actually on. Oh, because I'm on the arrow. Duh. All right. Okay, they're on the right level now. Go ahead and peek. Yes. I'll get it back. I'll get it back to you. But yeah, it might be a while before you recover it. Um, give a visual description for him. Okay. He sounds old, but he's actually fairly young, fairly athletic looking. Um, and he doesn't look buff, but like you can definitely see definition in his muscles, and like seemed to be when you peeked on the corner, his eyes were closed, and he was like doing like a breathing exercise, like taking his hands and pulling them up his body as he breathed out, and then down his body as he breathed in. He was like mimicking where air was flowing through his body. And he keeps doing that. I'm almost done. I'll be out in a moment. All right. So you're gonna wait for him to come around, or you're gonna run out and grapple him. So three of you wait, and about another 2 minutes pass, and you hear him finish. Alright. And you hear the person jump off of bed. You hear the springs in the mattress like and suddenly he's standing next to you. Huh? Whoa. Alright. Okay. So you are giving the aid action to Dents to try to help him. So Dents, you can do a strength athletics check with advantage versus his escape artist. Or no, his versus his acrobatics. Yeah, actually, thank goodness you did have advantage because he rolled a 9. So with Dragon catching him off guard, coming from a different direction, yep, he jumps out of the way of your grab, Dragon, but he is thrown basically into the arms of Dents, who immediately pins him and grapples him. Oh, who are you? Oh, what do you want? Get off me! Uh, uh, let me go! Uh, not in the room you've seen so far. That's not cloth like. That's leather. Know your materials, damn it. You can destroy your leather vest to gag him? Will you destroy what you love? Give me an intimidation check. Yeah, yeah, they're gonna help you in that. just like the, just like the, yeah, yeah, or like Pascal from Tangled. for all, for all the little girls out there. You're right, Pip. I need to update my references. Um, anyway, uh, he immediately like, you know, just goes slack and lets uh Dents hold him, and uh he says, "Fine. What do you want to know?" Temple of howling hatred. Yes, I'm quite fond of alliteration myself. I didn't name it though. He nods his head. Uh, he looks at you a little taken aback, um, and then says, "With Arisi, uh, in the inner sanctum, um, not the best artist, but I'll try. I'll try. I promise I'll do. Um, yes. Well, we don't. We not. No one wants that. So I'll definitely. This shall be the best map I have ever drawn. Anyone have ink and quill? Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Okay. Uh, so I'm gonna pull up paint and draw something for you. Um, that's. Oh, I don't know. That's you. That's how you sound. This is actually kind of fun. Just like looking at my map, was like, all right, he would know that this way up. Oops. and, um, yeah. What do you guys do while he's drawing this? Uh, the left door. I'm drawing stuff. So, no, not hear anything. He's working on it. Don't rush me. Um, right? All right, that was fun. Um, Sorry for the dead air, everyone. Yep. Make out. Oh boy. Uh, nice, nice. Show players. This is the map he hands you back. He says, "All right, on the bottom right here, there's a little X. That's just outside that door." And he points to the door that you guys came in. Uh, and so if you follow the line, you go up and around, and down the hallway, and then up north. You're gonna cross some water. That's where the little uh, peaks and our thing. There's gonna be a little pathway takes you into a inner room, and then there'll be stairs on either side. You're gonna go up one of those stairs, and then you'll be in her in her temple. Thank you. I worked really hard on it. Please, please don't kill me. No! Oh, you had me there. You had me there. Oh, oh no. Okay. Ooh, ha 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 ha. Um, well, the other cult members and uh, well, uh, let's see. Yeah. No, I don't know if you guys know that. Um, does my life depend on the answer to this question? Then no. Yes, yes, we do, but I haven't. I mean, I've participated in rituals, but I haven't actually done any of the murders or sacrifices. Alien protect me? Will you protect me in the name of Salem? Now, all right. I need to give me a persuasion check. I know you do. But now you're speaking from a place of semi honesty. It's no longer deception. Then, yes, if I may leave this temple alive, uh, then yes, if you protect me in leaving this temple, I I will switch to the goddess Saloon as my giver and protector. No, no, probably not. A lot of them will probably just give their lives for Yansibin. Well, I joined recently. I thought the magic was cool, so I mostly joined for that. It's pretty cool. Neat stuff. Well, given that it's the elemental god of Yansi Bin, it's a lot of air magic. Um, I'm pretty good at gust spells. Um, I can use air to increase the lengths of my jump, and if I fall down from a great height, I can use the air to protect me from falling too much. Falling to my death, I don't fall to my death. I land on the ground safely. What? Can I just ask? You guys didn't know where you were, but you knew about Wind Vane. Now you're asking you don't know what Wind Vane is? Who are you people? Oh, you're water cultists. You're not water cultists. Oh. I mean Bahamut. By great Bahamut's tail. Thank you for leaning into it. um, so, he, um, this, Wind Vane is a spear wielded by uh, a great priestess, Teresi. Do you know who Jan Bin is? I've said it a couple of times. This is not. Yeah, yes. Well, I mean, uh, Arisi, uh, Cal Calanorth. Um, so I mean, she's a she's our great Fae uh, priestess. She has control over the winds and storms inside and outside of our temple, and uh, She is a master of ice and lightning. Well, storms and lightning, mainly ice storms, are pretty powerful, but mainly lightning. Well, I mean, from the rumors I hear, you may have dealt with a number of ice things already from the water cultists. How'd that go, by the way? That's good. From what everyone says, the water cultists are real dicks. So I switched to this Saloon god and goddess. Thank you, miss. And we're cool. Do you have to knock me out? Could you tie me up and leave me on the bed and I can just go back to sleep? It looks painful. Sounds painful. You've asked a lot of them. You've asked many people you've knocked out how painful it was. The fast sleep. All right. But can you at least can you put me on the bed? Like, can I be prepped for? Okay, great, great. What's melatonin? Ah, I see. Can I just have that instead? Okay. All right. An attack, knocking him out. Well, I mean, he's not dodging. Yeah. So, uh, you hit him. Uh, Give me your punching damage real quick. That's yeah. Yeah, because it's just your strength plus one. So, you hit him, clock him straight in the, right in the face, uh, and head knocks back, and you see him kind of roll his head. He's like, "Am I asleep? What?" Wait, no. That's spiky. No. No. Those things are sharp. Don't do that. I'll take the melatonin. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. All right, both of you, give me attacks. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. All right. So roll your strength to hit. Strength plus proficiency. Hit. Both hit. Roll. So, 6, 12, 14. That's enough. You knock him out. Where's the peaceful coming? Yeah, he said. Just throw a couple more in just to make sure. Alright. Uh, this is true. Alright. You find 30 silver on him. Kanzaki walks up and goes, ahem. He shrugs and says, worth a try. Hey, Mike. Yeah, but free money, right? To catch you up, Gonsaku, in case you haven't been following, you guys have made it out of the water temple. You traveled overnight through some caverns. Found a little alcove in the caverns to get a full night's rest. So you are guys at fully at 9 now, with all your HP recovered and half your hit dice. Um, and you, uh, while on your watch in the middle of the night, you saw a weird creature kind of crawling across the ceiling in like short bursts. Like it was moving very slowly, but would like kind of skitter really quickly. And then it kind of went away as you guys were resting and you were keeping watch. You have now you've entered the next temple over, which is the Temple of the Howling Hatred. Melt the walls. Wall doesn't work perfectly. Oh, I don't know if any of the walls work perfectly. I don't think I turned that on. Fix that. Restrict. Move. God snapped his fingers and fixed it. Nope. Um, his kind of simple vest. It's not made of leather or anything. It's just like a heavy uh, woven material, like a sturdy, shirt that he's wearing. Uh, does have a symbol on it. Did um, that he did. Uh, Symbol of the elemental air is an inverted triangle with three branching lines off of it. Da, 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 da. Touching the thumbs and little fingers together and closing the rest of the fingers into a fist, an air temple cultist forms an inverted triangle that is the mark of membership in the cult. So you touch your thumbs and pointer fingers together. Oh no, sorry, little fingers. So your thumbs and your pinkies uh, touch, and everything else is fisted, closed. Yes. He says that uh, first and foremost, um, there is Thurl Mursoka, uh, who is the leader of the Feathergale Knights, and Windharrow, who is basically the head servant or head um, yeah, like head servant to Arisi. Servant's not the best word for it, but um, the Windharrow would be with um, he doesn't know the whereabouts, like the regular, like Thurl travels around pretty regularly. He doesn't works with the men directly, the men and women directly. Windharrow has apparently been with Arisi most of her life. He is um, a moon elf. Supposedly, Arisi is also a moon elf, but one highly blessed. Well, elves can. Most humans can't. Mm. And knock him out again, Jesus. Reese is known to be a very rare kind of elf called winged elf or avaro avarial elven term for a winged elf. Yeah. Who knows why? Okay. I think, granted, that's not the way he told you to go. Pointed to out the door that you came in and said that's where the X starts. Do we still want my light? Asked Fork. You have dark vision. Dense doesn't isn't see. Okay. Turns off his light. Dense. I'm gonna give you. Um, I'm gonna give you. Uh, sight. You're effectively seeing for Fork. Probably a good idea. Okay. What's the radius on that? That's probably works like pass without trace. Does masking you from traction. Each creature chosen 30 feet of you plus 10 bonus dexterity checks and can by magical means. Plus leaves behind tracks or any other traces. It is. It's effectively pass without a trace. Anything inside that purple ring uh, gets the bonus. Any of you while inside that purple ring. You see. Yes. So take it off of him? Okay. Sure. Alright. You disrobe him and put the shirt on yourself. Yeah, give me a disguise check. Like, fit it over your armor and tuck every other stuff away. Nice. Uh, yeah, you fit the clothing over it so it looks natural. It conceals any other clothing you might have, or you take off whatever other clothing you had that would give you away as a definite outsider. Um, wear the vest prominently. Well, as you approach, you see. Yeah, sure. You see a man lashed to a granite obelisk, tied up. He seems to be doing a very slow breathing exercise, but like his body is trembling and seems rather emaciated. Uh, they kind of flicker between both open and closed. He doesn't seem to take any attention. Yep. Good. They're going well. I've. I. He seems to have forgotten you. Yes, it is all forgot, Zebin. I can subsist on air alone. You see, he is extremely emaciated. Beneath his hollow rib cages, his belly is little more than a concave space, with the flesh stretched thin across his bones. Arms and legs are similarly skeletal, and terrible welts cover their body. When the priestess says, I am of the order, I can subsist on air alone. The obelisk itself um, is three-sided with inscriptions with ancient pictographs standing in a row. Their peaks scraping. The peaks of the obelisk scrapes the 15-foot high ceiling. Uh, yes, you do. He's doing the same thing. Uh, Maybe a few days better. This one's a woman, um, and she's similar to the first one. Yeah. No, I've not yet given air and life to Yansi Bin. He only gives air to me to sustain myself. Give me a medicine check. Medicine. You'll want to say that before, but yeah. Yeah. So 19. She they like since they're not physically exerting themselves, it's making it a little bit easier for them to survive longer, but not more than a few days. A day maybe. These three? Not sure what they would do. I mean, they might notice you, but they're lashed to a bunch of obelisks. I don't know. Hmm. Probably not. Maybe the middle one? Maybe. Due to their current condition, I would say you'd be able to try to sneak past if you wish. Alright. Um, no. You guys quietly walk past them and they pay you no mind. Or destroy things. Alright, so, real quick. Uh, the center of this room you see as a um, a large step pyramid. Off to your right, you can see stone pillars that line the way out. Um, uh, there's this stone colonnade that spans the moat surrounding the pyramid itself. And as I said, there are there are like large tree-like stone pillars lining the path far to the. You kind of see off in the distance some pillars off to the east. Yep. So you were at the base of the ziggurat. Oh, right. Um. That. Oh, I screwed you worse. Do you see out 120 feet as if it's full light? Okay. There's no dim. It's just darkness beyond the 120. Cool. What? Twenty-five feet should be accurate for you. You know what? Uh, let's redrop your icons. I copied it from the last temple. I'm not sure why it was bad that way. Sorry, there's gonna be two of you for each for a second. Always with that. It's always that way. I copied you from uh somehow I always copied that incorrectly. Has site. Okay. Why? 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 Where? Oh. Well, I. Hmm, do. Okay. That's 60 feet accurately, right? For her? Okay. So I'm gonna delete the old famous. For some reason, your character tokens are half of the room. Don't know why. So 40 for you for 120. Like it's doing it as um, it's like it's doing it as not distance, but not radius, but diameter for some reason. I don't know. Right? Um, Dense, your pass without trace is 30 feet radius from you, right? Within 30 feet of you. So that's actually the bubble. Let me. Well, no, no. But you should be. Can you now see 60 feet out, Dense? I were to change it, this. Yeah. So you're visually aware of about that distance. All right. 60 feet people vision and more. Um, who's got the highest perception check? Passive. Hey, Con, what's your passive perception? Okay. Um, so 15, 20, and 10 were the ones that I heard. He's a rogue, man. They get, um, what you call it, expertise. Mind by association. Um, this list. Um, what the hell is that person? Um, um, this is some side story shit that I didn't read. Try to figure out how this person acts. Oh, 8. Okay, that helps. Ah, yeah, I like lost it or whatever. It's gone. I don't know. I haven't seen it in like 3 years or whatever. It's been like no. Oh, good to know. Good to know. That's not the character I'm gonna go with. That's not the character voice I'm going with. a second. Alright. So, as you guys are crossing the bridge, you look up at this ziggurat in the center of the moat and see perched atop its center um, a humanoid figure in a feathered cloak mounted on a large draconic creature. The person at the top, the draconic creature turns its head as he pulls the reins on it and points it down at you. The draconic creature flaps its wings, and the two of them fly, swoop out, and start flying around this cavern. And he kind of comes in for a landing in front of you. Yeah, you were. He lands. Who are you in our temple? Uh, Give me a deception. Very nice. All right. He looks at you kind of shrewdly. Well, you didn't bow. All right. Everyone follows suit um with Dragon. He goes, sorry. Well, next time announce yourselves. Fucking recruits. Uh, do you know of any Skyweavers? Then no. You know He is a mounted knight of some kind. Mm-mm. Uh, that you can give me a knowledge check for. You know it to be a wyvern. AKA a wyvern. Uh, for you real quick there, Lassie. Um, wyvern on its own, a large dragon creature, unaligned, uh, 17. I think it's the challenge rating. So, CR6, not including its uh, rider. Uh, they have a really good fly speed and mediocre, pretty slow ground running speed. Um, most of you are better physically armored than this thing, but they're known for being pretty hardy creatures, and seeing in the dark is no issue for them. Also, look out for that tail. It's got a stinger. New recruits asking about if Arisi's in the temple or not. Not sure I like that. What's it to you, recruit? Give me another deception. Someone else would have to say something with you. Alright, get advantage with that. Helping. The helping act. For your matter of knowledge, no, not in the temple today. When she wills it. You'll return from the Howling Caves when it is her decision. Now, good, good day. And the wyvern opens its wings and flaps, taking off into the sky. And he goes and perches back on top of the um, on top of the pyramid. Caves. Rudimentary, my dear Watson. Oh wait, what? Oh, that's the circle is where she would be. X is where you end. The Ox King. You're not. You're going to see the Ox King. You're not actually here for the Wind Priestess. Not yet. And no. Um. Yeah, he flew back up to his perch at the top of the pyramid, so he can still see you. All right. That makes the most sense. Nothing else seems as religiously significant as sorry, as the pyramid itself. So you guys are going to open that door. Uh, so hold on. Um, as you guys are kind of traveling across the bridge, and come to the outer edge of the inner edge of this moat, you guys were hearing music come from the south. Yes. No. In fact, it's pretty uncomfortable, not well played. It's like wind instruments that are like not experts. Yeah. I, it's not even jazz quality. It is high school band who hasn't practiced. It's middle school band who hasn't practiced. Just saying. You were walking away from the sound, but while you were traveling past the obelisk, you did hear music, and it was bad. Okay. So you guys enter these double doors. All right. So you open them. You see a lot of people. In similar feathered garb to the guy that's perched at the top, guy standing here. Um, the guy at the top of the pyramid, no, not see you once you are in. Yes, you full rested. You have a full night's sleep. Um, you are level 9. You got half your hit dice back. You're all well. Um, so yeah, you have this guy in the regalia, in a similar heavy woven tunic. Um, is this guy here? So the guy that attacked and stole earlier. The rest of them are in simple garbs, and they are all chanting. 2 rows of pillars support the 20-foot high ceiling. This marbled hall. The pillars are sculpted to resemble dwarves locked in solemn stares. Each one clutches a stone axe. East of the pillars are 2 ascending marble staircases without handrails. Um, in the middle of the room, several cultists in gray feathered robes levitate a few feet above the floor while chanting a hymn. The uh, rises. Howling air rises from the pit in the middle of the floor. So in the center here, glowing pit with air rushing out of it. Um, the lead one stops, and when the chanting stops, they all land. So like not in unison, but as each of them stops chanting, they kind of float back to the ground. And the lead one says, "Who are you, intruders?" Then you will join in the chanting. Then stand amongst your initiates. What's everyone else doing? You shut the door behind you or in front of you? I was like, so you like see Famous and all of them go in there and just shut the door on them, or yeah, okay. So you shut the door behind you. The door's behind you. Give me a stealth check, Konsaku. He's in your 30. You rolled a 6, but okay. I mean, with disadvantage, you rolled a 3. Um, Dan, so you trying to sneak away? Okay, give me a stealth check. Add your 10, so you have an 18. And, uh, okay. He says, uh, he points to, the guy points to, Dragon and, uh, um, Trevork, and says, one of you to the front, the other one to the middle. He says, alright, begin. And they start going through the rhythms of a chant. Alright. Give me a performance check. Yep. Fork's character sheet. Damn it, Trevork's character sheet. I have too many things open. Ah. Uh, oh no is correct. Alright. Ah. Obviously. Um, so they're continuing to chant and focus. And while doing that, uh, let's see. True. So as they're chanting, you can all feel the wind kind of come out again, like gusts harder from that pit, and uh, for everyone except, well, I guess the two hiding characters and Trevork and Dragon. So, Famous, you get wrapped in like wind, gust of wind kind of encircles you, like blowing your clothes around and blowing your hair, and like starts to actually lift you up as you chant with everybody else. Like it takes a little while for it to get to you, but like as you start to learn the chant that everyone else is doing, like it becomes pretty clear. Like something about the chant is asking the wind to raise you up. No, it is just lifting you. You have no perch though, so it is like um, the levitation spell. Like you cannot, like you're being levitated in midair, but you can't move yourself in any direction. You're like 3 feet off the ground at the end of it. Everyone continues to chant. Uh, that happens for about 30 seconds. Um, and when the lead guy opens his eyes and sees that the dwarf and dragonborn are not lifted up into the air, he says, "Deceivers! Attack them!" And combat ensues. Yeah, you're not going to be the ones attacked. Everyone rolls initiative. Yes. Okay. All right. And uh, Gunsaka, what's your bonus to initiative? Well, shit. Definitely put Trevork in a bad place. Since I have to run him for a moment. Is being attacked. Fimith, what was your initiative score? You can at the start of your turn. No, it's part of your movement to pull out a weapon. Oh. What? Oh. Oh, as an action, you can summon it from anywhere else in the world. You can just pull it out of your off your pack, or just like go make it from over your shoulder to wield it or whatever. If it's on your person, if it was in her bag of holding, you could conjure it from there. But all right. Anyone want to play Trevork? Not that I think his character sheet is fully developed. Let me, might be split. Give you access. That's fair, Pip. That's fair. Character sheet hates me too. All right. That's fine. All right. I'll roll initiative for him real quick. All right. Edit. Does. Remember, his AC is also crazy high, so 22 if it's got the creature on the name of the thing. Which it's a plus, so it'd be 23 total. The shield. So shields have human, Draugr, Wisp, and else. It's under the bio page. Sorry, cool. Yes. Human. So 23 to these people. All right. Hurricane's gonna go first. That's this guy. Uh, he drops from the wind and jumps uh, forward and punches Orc twice, and he misses. Oh, actually, the second one does hit. He gets exactly a 23. And does 5 bludgeoning damage. I don't think he does. These guys are pulling out daggers. So the two that are up and down from you, Dragon, are gonna attack. Uh, uh, 16 to hit and a 20 to hit. 6 piercing damage versus Orc 20 and 13, so those both miss. Uh, guy drops out of being levitated and comes over, moves away from you, Famous, and then tosses a dagger at John. 13 to hit. Yeah. The dagger flies like almost perfectly true. Like it doesn't even topple end over end. It just goes straight out from where he throws it, but it goes straight at your shield or at your armor, like breastplate. So it doesn't even sink through your armor. But it is center of your chest. Yeah. Um, Famous, you are up. Yes. If you stop chanting, you seem to have the ability to step out of it. Okay. So, like the moment you kind of move yourself, like out one direction or another, you like kind of step down to the ground. Okay. Uh, yeah, with a sleight of hand you can. All right. What do you cast? Nice. Okay. Uh, okay. Uh, great job. So what's he have to say versus that? I will give him disadvantage. Yep. He fails. So he just starts doubling over in laughter. Uh, uh, this one? She missed. That is only something a god would have. That's something only a god would have. Oh no, that is frightening. that, that's true. Uh, so, what does Hades' laughter actually do to him? Yes. Cool. Uh, it's so good. It's his turn, so he gets to do another wisdom save. 19. So he's still prone, but no longer affected by it. He's not incapacitated, but he's still prone. Gunsaku. Oh. You should be able to see this guy. That's true. Ranged attacks against him would be a disadvantage. See this guy? This is a pit. So no. But you can still make that call. I'm not saying you shouldn't make that call, but that's still your call to make. Alright. He's just punching somebody. It could be dense for all you know. Okay. Um, you were readying your action for that. Dense, what are you doing? Not in the room that you're in. If you have something on your person to barricade it, that's a different story. That's fair. Okay. Yeah. Parkour. All right. Uh, yes, but you'll be at disadvantage because you're using your double movement to do so. But it's full 30 feet. Okay. All right. With your plus 10, so yeah, no one can see you moving from pillar to pillar. Everyone's very distracted. Trevork and Dragon, since you're the same player, I'll let you choose who you want to act first. None today. Use light cantrips. Oh, you're trying to restore them. I see. Ooh, could be good. Or any auras off of himself. Like a guardian. Something. There's some like guardian spirits one that creates an aura around you. Maybe. Read it. Spirit guardians? That could be it. Well, cast it. See what it does. See what it says. That's what I'm recommending on the Spirit Guardian one. Yeah. So it creates an aura around yourself at what radius? Yeah. You should be able to click on the gear symbol and have it tell you what it does. Right. Yep. Actually, give me a perception check for it to work. Currently, he can see Dragon, Famous, Gunsaku. Were you hiding? Did you do a stealth check at any point? What was? He can see the three of you, so he can designate you two basically. Can't see Dents or Gunsaku to be able to target them as not targets. Correct. Does it say when they start their turn? So if they're not just like a certain kind of creature, like if they're straight up evil beings, or no, is it the damage type if you or the caster the evil? I see. So they're gonna take radiant damage. It's on the thing that you cast, which is DC 13. No, that can't be right. It should be with proficiency plus. It should be what base 8 plus proficiency plus wisdom modifier. Yeah, 16 sounds right. Yeah, that's probably true. All right. So if they on their turn fail 13, cool. Yeah, I would roll again when they start their turn. We'll have all the initiates take the same. Um, all right, Dragon, now you're up. And follow this. Casters are hard. Sorry for throwing Trevor at you. Sorry, everyone on the stream. Okay. Okay. 25 hits. And that takes him out. Okay, that hits. That takes him out. That hits. That ta- uh, we need to decide if the back end does the cold damage still. That's true. Okay, then it would. So that would make it. Yeah, 6 with 5 is enough damage to kill him. Like ice explodes in their chest as you stab them each. He has drowned. Kill him. All right. So that's Dragon and Trevork. All right. This Hurricane guy is gonna go. So Trevork needs to do his damage versus his. Yep. Wisdom save. Fails that. Yeah. 3d8. All right. 12 damage. Right. He barely hit him. He caught off guard, so that's not good. So, and also the radiant area is real bad. So he's gonna. Oh, they have half movement out of here too, right? Oh, yeah, he's got enough. Does. All right. You hit. He was standing when he entered. When he entered here. All right. Yeah, because you stop him with the sentinel, right? All right. 14. Yeah, that's bad for him. He'll do. Since you stop him in his tracks, he whips around and like in Avatar's Airbender, like creates a ball of like wind energy, and then pushes it at Trevork and turns into a gust of wind spell. No, this guy was trying to get out of the way. Um, so whoop, no, never mind. Creates a line through 60 feet that way, 10 feet wide. So he hits his ally with it. Uh, Actually, this line stays for a certain duration. Um, there's a line of wind that way. Uh, Creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw to be pushed 15 feet away from you in the direction following the line. When Trevork starts his turn. Basically, he's trying to get out of Trevork's aura by forcing him against the wall. Um, Same with the initiate, though. Problem. So that's the hurricane. Uh, the initiate starts his turn. Also, these bodies go whoop up against the wall. Do you just now see tents? It's really that good. um, um, Alright. So this guy needs to take his damage from Trevork's thing. And also needs to save first. So he'll take the damage first, and if he dies, he just gets blown back. Otherwise, he needs to. Yeah, so let's see if he saves first versus. Um, 13, so he fails. So the Radiant Aura kills him, and then the gust of wind throws him against the wall. Um, those guys are done. Behemoth, you are not inside the 10-foot, 10-foot line of wind, so you're free to act how you wish. Actually, yeah, all that you weren't being attacked by it, yeah. Light, it burns. all the guys, all the initiates have daggers. Okay. Aha. Okay. Let's see. That's cool. Yes. Yeah. You're good. Um. give me a dex check as well. Um, uh, just a dex check. Okay. You angle it so it goes around his wind gust, so you're still able to hit him. You can make it look like it bounced off the wind gust to hit him, but uh, huh? No, what? I need to hear what Fame said. I can't see why you would. I'll let the dex save be your attack, so that hits. Sure. Yeah. Well, the 7 piercing was enough, so the psychic damage you probably don't want to do. This would be shocking a dead body. Yeah, like as you go to do the psychic damage, you see there's no mind to pull from. Also, one, two, three, four, 5 people have died in your radius. Okay, guy on the ground. I mean, who do you think looks more important? The guy in the vest or the guy in the feather garbs? Well, then you just killed the guy in the vest. No, yeah. Yeah, the fact also that he was giving commands and he's the one that communicated with talk to you and all. Okay. Yeah. And make it actually hit the other guy. Got it. You'll have disadvantage to hit him because he's prone. Alright. Give me a sleight of hand check. Die, villain. Whoops. Alright, you disadvantage on the hit. Nope. Yep. Okay. Kai Weaver stands up. Um. Oh, I think he's inside the radius of Trevork. Just barely. With save. Fail. So he takes 14 damage. Oh. He stands up. Yeah. I think it's concentration also. Skyweaver is moving. He's moving through your space. So go ahead and attack. You definitely hit him. So he gets stuck where he is. Changes what he wants to do, kind of. Uh, uh, that's true. He he looks at you and then swirls wind around him, picking up some gravel and dust off the ground, and then he disappears. No, he saved for his laughing last turn. Gansaku, no one opens the door. All right. I just want you like you shaking out like your arms and like going back into ready position. It's like gonna get him. He's gonna come through any moment. Dense. Okay. No. 26 hits. Like you whisper that as his like chest explodes out the front of him. You say that there's a rumble of thunder and his chest explodes outward. Trevork and Dragon if they want to do anything. Alright, Trevork also waits. Okay. Trevork. Trevork does what? Alright. It is your turn, actress. Okay. It's an action to activate, right? You see him right here. Right, oh, right where he was standing. Before. Okay. It's an invisibility spell. Yep. Yeah, he's not ethereal, he's just invisible. Alright. uh, 15 hits. Woof. That's 19. Cries out in agony. He rolls a concentration. And he fails, becomes visible again. You traitorous bitch! um, 14 hits. Twice. Ah! Like your dagger like buries itself into his shoulder. Um, and it's his turn. Looks like he's gonna run up and attack Dents, but he like quickly swerves. Uh, leans up against the wall. And like as if like pulling lightning out of midair, he like his hands start to like sparkle with electric energy, and he like shoots it out of a line as a lightning bolt, uh, straight down at the three of you. I win. So I need each of you to give me a dex save for Trevork, Famous, and Dance. Nice. Nice. Alright. On a successful save, you take half as much damage. Uh, nice. You just like duck and like you know arc the lightning off of you. Beautiful. Uh, so you take no damage. The other two take 15 lightning damage. Oh, you saved. Would have been 32. I'm sorry, 16 lightning damage. Forgot the two. Um, and like he sees you still standing, and he's like, "Oh fuck." Uh, Gunsaku. Still, no one has entered the room. All right, shakes himself again. All right, not the ready. Dense. Uh, yes. Like I imagine your shield's like sparking a little bit. It's got like little arcs, kind of every once in a while, like zapping off of it, like hitting the wall, hitting your clothes. It looks badass. Although when it hits your clothes, it like makes like little like singe, like singes in your shirt. All right, and you attack him. You hit, and you blow him out the back. Yep. Yeah, you look around. There's nobody else. He I think it's one to get on one handed. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't think war picks are versatile. now everyone's dead. Fucking sorcerers. Unless he teleported. If he had teleported, that'd have been a whole different story. And then you find a piece of gum, and a little statuette of Yancy Bin. Find a playing card of Yancy Bin. Um, um, no, you don't find that. Um, the there we I throw a dagger. I should have thrown this thing. Um, on the Skyweaver. No. Yeah, it's really easy. Good now. um, I wish they would give. Right. I know, I do, but I usually do. Uh, treasure. Good treasure. There is. There is. That's exactly where I am. Uh, on him. Someone roll me a d10. Find 15 silver pieces on him. So you just. Okay. On each of the initiates, of which there were 5, you find 6 silver pieces each, as well as 2 darts. Darts. Okay. Um, that there's 2 darts and 2 daggers on each initiate. Um, so you go look in the pit. Um, uh, I mean, do you believe him? No, because no skill usage against party members. That's up to you. Called role playing. Does Famous believe Dragon? Not do you believe him? Does Famous believe Dragon? I don't know. You look down into this pit, um, and see a long pit. It is 10 foot square and vertically smooth stone descending down into the pit. There is an updraft consistently pushing up the shaft. Okay. Yeah. Does anyone take any of the darts? All right. Uh, darts. Each have two darts, like throwing darts. Throwing darts. Sure. You take the clothes. Who do you take the clothes off of? Okay. Take one of the initiates. Take his clothes off. Sure. And you drop you drop the body. The body at first like drops a little bit and then kind of like not hovers but like slows and starts to slowly descend into the pit. It's like whipping and flailing all around from the wind though. Further than you can see. Just to see what it does anything different. That was cool. Let's do it again. it does the same thing. uh, 10. Okay. Actually, 12. I'm sorry. The hurricane guy had it too. And on him, someone roll me a d10. He had 18 coppers. You drop a copper into the pit. How if the well rejects it? It falls a little bit and then it gets shot right back out because of the wind. In fact, you're now cursed. No, just kidding. Perfect. Okay. Um, what else are you guys doing? Oh, you put on the mantle. Uh, Famous, you are. Yes. About that. Um, yeah, I'm gonna call it right after this. Oh, Players journals. W. Hat for the win. You. Uh, and so as you guys are messing around with this pit, um, the just visage and clothes of the Skyweaver drapes itself from shadow over uh, Famous, and she sees all. And we will pick up there next time. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you had a good time, and hope you all will join us next week for another game of D&D. Bye, everybody.